All right, so you guys watched a few YouTube teaching videos today, and I hope that allowed you to learn how to factor trinomials that look like the one over here, the x squared plus bx plus c form. This form right here is a form where there's a hidden 1 in front of the x squared. These are the easiest quadratic trinomials to factor. Again, this is a quadratic trinomial because of the 2 right here. Okay? So the basic technique is this. We want to find factors of c, which is the number on the end here, that add up to this term here, the b term. Okay? So the best way to learn how to do this is to go over some examples. And so the first example is right here, number 1, x squared plus 4x plus 3. I often, not necessarily the ones as easy as we'll do here today, but in general it's not a bad idea to make a little table where I like to put an x in a circle. That stands for factors of 3, and these factors I want to add up to the number in the middle, multiplying x, and that number is 4. So do we know, can we think of any factors of 3 that add up to 4? Well, under here we can write down what some of those factors might be. Well, 3 is prime, so there really aren't many options. 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So we've found our answer, because at this point all we have to do is if I can get this to work, all we have to do is take these two numbers right here, and we're going to form our answer. X plus 1 times x plus 3. And that is the solution. This is the factored form of x squared plus 4x plus 3. Let's move on to the next one. In this case, if we, again, we'll come up here and switch back to green. We'll make a little table again. Factors of negative 4 this time that add up to negative 3. Now, because of that negative, this might seem a little bit trickier. There are a few factors here that multiply to negative 4. We're looking for two numbers. How about negative 2 and 2? Well, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, and negative 2 plus 2 adds up to 0. Well, we're desiring the two factors to add up to negative 3, so that doesn't work. How about negative 1 and 4? Well, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, and those two add up to 3. But we need a negative 3. What if we switch the signs of those two? How about 1 and negative 4? Like that. Those two do add up to negative 3. And so we're now, we're about done solving this guy, because these are the two factors that we need to assemble our two binomials. In this case, y plus 1 times y minus 4. Now, in both of these cases, you may doubt whether or not these binomial factors we've come up with actually are the factors that go with these trinomials. Well, we can always use FOIL to test the solutions here if you're not sure. But trust me, these work. Okay? Oh, come on. We'll save this file. Don't like to lose anything. And we'll move to the next page. And let's solve the next few. Now, I'm going to not write down the factors this time, except for, not with the table, that is, but I'm going to just look at this and talk it through. We need a negative 6 in the middle that comes from factors of 9. Well, how about negative 3 and negative 3? That would make our solution y minus negative 3 times y minus negative 3. I'm sorry, y minus 3 times y minus 3, also known as y minus 3 squared. Now this is actually a special form because the solution could be written as y minus 3 squared. We say that this is a perfect square trinomial. I wish that I had the calligraphy option on this home computer. For some reason I don't have it. And we'll move along to number 4 now. This 2 is a little unusual. It is quadratic because of this 2, but there is no middle term. So what we could do is we could put a placeholder in, plus 0x, and then solve using the methods that we've used already. And if you watch the second YouTube video on difference of squares, and you'd also recognize that this is x times x minus 4 times 4. X squared is a perfect square, and 16 is also a perfect square. This solution is actually quite simple once we recognize that this is difference of squares form, or what I like to call DOS. Terrible writing here. Anyway, bear with me. This solution is actually x plus 4 times x minus 4, and you'd see that if you solved it the normal way, you'd arrive at the same conclusion. Factors of negative 16 that add up to 0, negative 4 and 4. So this difference of squares solution looks like this: x plus 4 times x minus 4. And we could write these factors in any order. In other words, we could switch the order and we would get the same result. So that worked fine. Let's move down here now to the next 2. And these are more conventional. I've done these before, so I'm pretty quick with these. You can think about why these work later yourself if you don't quite see it immediately. But we need factors of 60 that add up to 19. And 4 times 15 is 60, and 4 plus 15 is 19. So this solution in number 5, oops, having a little trouble with my pen here, so we got to go up here and get the marker again. Not quite sure what I'm doing there. Go with the green ink. So this solution is x plus 4 times x plus 15, like that. This one, the solution is going to be x plus 1 times x plus 6. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 plus 6 is 7. Again, I've done this problem before. Moving along a little more quickly here so we can keep this video from getting too long. Go to page 3. We'll save this. Next solution, factors of negative 10 that add up to negative 9. 1 times negative 10. 1 plus negative 10 is negative 9. So this right here is x plus 1, x minus 10. M squared plus 13m plus 42. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 is 13. So this solution is m plus 7 times m plus 6. That writing really is abysmal, isn't it? Oh well, maybe you'll get better with practice. Number 9, factors of 77 that add up to 18. 7 times 11 is 77, and 7 plus 11 is 18. So this one is x plus 7 times x plus 11, like that. And then lastly, not quite lastly I guess, but number 10, factors of 36 that add up to 15. That's 3 and 12, and so this is x plus 3 times x plus 12. And then we go to the last page. Come on, there we go. Let's get our marker back. Go with red this time. Negative 9 times 5 is negative 45. Negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. So this is x minus 9, excuse me. Caught that. And x plus 5. And last but not least, negative 8 times negative 4 is 32. Negative 8 plus negative 4 is negative 12. So the solution to 12 is x minus 4 times x minus 8. Like that. A little bit strange looking, but there's our solution. Anyway, everybody, I hope this solutions tutorial is helpful to you. If some of these don't quite make sense, we can talk when I'm back at school and we see each other in person. Thanks for watching. Bye now.